the table through match day 7, going into that final day of play next week on Wednesday. Just one day of play for all of these teams. So teams 1 to 7, so Liverpool to Atalanta, a win on match day would guarantee them a round of 16 spot. As things stand, Liverpool and Barcelona are the only two that are guaranteed in the top 8 already at this point in time. Then if we start scooching down a little bit further, if we're looking from 28 down, if we just flip over to the drop zone, the elimination zone, so to speak, from Bologna down, so 28th down, all those teams already officially eliminated. Match day 8 cannot change that. Now, if we're talking about the teams that did manage to change something today, PSG has jumped into the knockout round playoffs. A draw, in fact, would be enough for them on match day 8 to secure themselves into the playoff rounds. They only need one more point to make that sure. Manchester City, Zagreb, Dinamo Zagreb and Shakhtar, they can still qualify for the playoffs, even though they do sit in that elimination zone. It's all still to play for them on January 29th, match day 8. Manchester City, a draw or a loss, though, on that final match day 8, and they would be out. A win guarantees it. Everybody who is 18th and up, so Celtic and up, 12 points or more, is already guaranteed a playoff spot. So young boys with their own goal at Celtic, giving Celtic the security of knowing that they will now have a place in the playoff round in the playoff round to get then into the last 16. So that is the standings as things are as we go into that.
Are you trying to take my gig?
This is extraordinary.
Sophisticated version of table time. Some people might say.
There's some pressure on you tonight, by the way, Jamie.
Honestly.
Great.
We're
doing it from the very start to the end. You just come in when it's all sorted.
This evening, 4-2, the final score for PSG. City were 2-0 up. This is a disastrous result for them, but PSG...
In the Champions League group stage, as soon as Paris Saint-Germain made the substitutions, brought Dembele on, especially, it felt like, Thierry mentioned before the game, it felt like a little bit strange, the team that Luis Enrique had started with. It felt like the best team was on at the end. And Manchester City, as we know from the Premier League and at times in this Champions League group stage, they can't cope when the intensity of a game is too much for them, the physicality. They got absolutely bullied in that second half. It was man against boys, and it was actually lucky that it was only 4 in the end. It could have been worse.
Any comment, Micah?
No, I think Jamie summed it up really well. I did my analysis before the game. I talked about the energy in midfield and exactly what happened tonight. I think Jamie's right with Dembele coming onto the pitch. He made a difference. He was more aggressive. He was just sharp down that right-hand side. But no complaints from me. PSG with a better side. More possession, looked a threat. So you've got to take your medicine.
Yes, you do. For PSG, how will this be seen in Paris? How will it be talked about, this game, Thierry?
Oh, historical game, comeback. But let's all be honest, we have seen that with City. How great of a comeback it is. I thought that it was the day that City was going to wake up. They went back to sleep straight after the 2-0. But I would just say that if you Paris Saint-Germain, and you say it, Jamie, when Dembele came on, Ramos, Thierry Henry, that's their best starting 11 for me, and it shows at the end. But that's the 9th time that Man City surrenders a lead. So is it because Paris Saint-Germain played well, or is it, Feyenoord came back 3-0 down in 15 minutes? Brentford did it the other day and could have won. They could have scored 3 goals in 2 minutes. And so I've seen it before. But now let's go back to Paris. They gave themselves a chance to go further in the competition, and in the second half there was only one team on the field, and I know they did concede 2 early goals, but Paris did deserve to win easily at the end.